Now, you might have seen, if you were watching Paul Murray live before you got on to us, at the end of the show, Danica was talking about these fake AI influencers, and she referenced this case from someone allegedly at Wimbledon, Mia Zalou. We've got some images of. I was going to say her, but it's not really her, is it? This is just a computer here. This is not algorithm. This is not real. And this particular account, which was posting these photos allegedly, not actually, from Wimbledon, 165,000 followers on Instagram after just 55 posts, which leads me to ask the question. Well, actually, 2 points. One is I'm going to advance the argument this could be a good thing because it means it'll put influencers out of business.
The real influencers.
And you know that's great. All these people, try it. Well, you can make a living out of whatever you want to make a living out of. But come on, like if you're just saying here's a fridge I bought the other day or here's some makeup I tried, I don't really understand it because there's not much else to go along with it. I mean, sure, if you've got some substance other than posing in your bikini, whatever, but that's your business. So maybe it'll put them out of business and force these people to go and get real jobs that contribute to the economy. That would be a good thing. But the bit that really worries me, though, is that if you can get 165,000 people to follow this account, and I'll be fair, those images were pretty realistic. Like that's some top-level AI work going on.
Production values are excellent.
But if we can't discern the difference between the real and the fake anymore, how are we meant to trust anything? Like when we see images, news images, if you're I've worked as a chief of staff at newspapers and we would have people send in videos or images purporting to be of, say, celebrities in compromising situations.
That was not me, by the way.
It wasn't you. It wasn't you. I can confirm it was never about you, Joe. But, where they're assessing whether or not these are images that we can run and is this a story and whatever, I mean, how are we meant to know anymore?
There are so many ethical implications and many businesses working on AI detection and deepfake detection. So if you want to start a business that'll thrive in the future, that's definitely one of them. But what is so hilarious about this case was that the bio of this account, the bio is like the text that appears at the top of her profile. The bio said that this was all AI generated. Yet
no one reads
people followed anyway. And I think that is the deeper
they just
story
went, hot
here.
chick.
Yeah, people will knowingly still follow an AI person. We're seeing the rise of AI girlfriends. We're seeing the rise of AI therapy. I mean, people are literally preferring AI-generated images to real people and real-life interactions, and that is scary.
But not only that, there were people who weren't just following it because it was AI. There were guys who were following it and then sliding into the DMs and actually asking her out. And the thing that I find most incredibly funny
It'd be a cheap date.
Well, that's right. You wouldn't have to buy much dinner. But the thing that I find incredibly funny is that, like, even if it was a real human being, do you really think that if you just go, hey, do you want to go out with me? There's going to say, hey, yes, I'm going to get on the plane at Heathrow. I'm going to fly down to Australia because I've never met you before, but because you just, you got into my comments and asked me to go out, here I am.
Look, you've got to give it a go.
Give it a shot.
I've always lived by the ethos: you don't ask, you don't get. So you may as well give it a shot. But also, you mentioned this business about AI therapy, and this is half my argument about why it'd be good if these things replaced influencers. Sky Wheatley, who's allegedly an influencer, has literally said that she is using AI as a therapy tool instead of going and seeing an actual therapist or a psychologist or whatever. Her quote was, "I've been to therapy and ChatGPT is my fave counsellor so far." And also counsellor spelt as in the one who sits on the local council, not the one who checks your brain.
ChatGPT is her favourite alderman.
That's it. And look, to be fair, ChatGPT could do a better job of running a council than most councillors. So she may well be onto something there. But again, it's if we have a loneliness epidemic, and so on the face of it, you might say this is a way for people to feel like they have some sort of interaction. But actually, I think it's just dragging people further and further away from human interaction.
Yeah.
The reality is you can never really replace human interaction. As much as it might make you feel a bit better in the short term that this robot wants to talk back to you in a way that seems comfortable and nice and it's friendly and it thinks you're attractive even though you're really fat or whatever it might be, and you think you're down in the dumps, oh, I love you. It's not real. And at some point, surely this will click in people's brains, and when it does, they'll be even more depressed than they were to begin with.
Well, that's the risk, right? And we hope it does click, because we've heard stories of people literally developing romantic feelings for these AI bots, which is very terrifying. I mean, she might be added to Elon Musk's Grok AI avatar as their next girlfriend that you can access online. So that's a scary thought.